Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks, and this is part 2 of my edge and strap for my granny square tote bag. So just ended off part 1 and this is how it's now looking. So it's almost there. We've just got this last bit to do, and so don't tangle them up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rejoin my yarn to, if you imagine that this is just one front, I'm just going to, there's the other front. So it's quite simple. I'm just going to join my yarn, doesn't matter which, to this point here. So just bear with me while I clear away some bits and get ready. Right, so I'm going to get my hook and I'm going to attach it to this part here. So it's kind of the very bottom of our first round of edging. So just nice long tail, join it however you want. And so now we're going to go around this part. I think I might have gone in the wrong part there, you know. Try and make it a bit more discreet than that, if I can. There we are. That's got it. So just going to leave a nice long tail and make that join. And my first chain will be over my both ends, my working yarn and my tail. Now I'm going to go around every single stitch with a half treble, because if you remember, our first part here when we were doing this was the half treble. So just work over my tail at the same time, grab it, and there we are, hold it in place, and just, I know my first one's got an extra loop, but it doesn't matter. So each stitch all the way with the half treble going in each one, and I'll just work over my tail all the way along until we get to the little V, which will either be the front or the back of the bag. They'll be identical. So just keep going. So this, as you are aware, is part 2 of the bag edging. If you want part 1, I will put up a little card now for you to click on and it will take you there. There'll also be a playlist with all of the bag parts 1 all the way through, and I'll put a link at the end for that. So there we are, almost there, almost there. I'll just zoom in a little bit and turn just a bit. So there we are. So where we get to this part here, we're going to do a decrease just as we did before. So that's pull up a loop into the next one. It's going to be hard to get my hook in, I know, because that was very tight along there, and just pull it together, and again in here and in the next one, and pull it together. So it's just as if we were doing any kind of chevron blanket or anything like that. That's how you go on. So now we just continue with our half trebles in the UK or half double in the US, all the way until we get to our strap. And just kind of mirroring what we've already done. And getting a bit of a knot in my yarn there. So once we get to this point here, I'm going to show you how I got over that part there. So almost there at the strap. Okay, so it does kind of go at an angle. So how I did that was by doing a decrease the same way as I did when I got to this point here. And now I'm kind of at the right angle to work along my strap. So this is the same as before, going into the reverse side. So here we are, there's our strap that we've made, and this is so this was our chain here, and there's the top of our stitches. So we're just going to go in to completely the other side. So working in the bottom of the chain to make the other side of the strap. So you see there's our chain along here, just going into each one, working in the opposite side all the way along. All the way over our strap anyway. So if I stop and pause for a second, now you can see this strap is wider than the strap for the other bag. So that's the difference. It's whichever you'd prefer. I think I prefer this one now actually. Once it sort of gets a bit pulled down with weights of things in the bag, it's probably going to be better to be wider. But either or is your preference. So I'm going to pause the video now. I think I might have gone in the wrong bit. Yep, there's my stitch. I'm going to pause the video now and go in each one of, there's our chain running along there. Those are our stitches. So we just keep going until we get to the other side of the strap. So I'm going to pause it now and pick up with you when I get to the other side of the strap. I'm always over my strap, and so I'm back at this point here. So I'm going to just do the wrong bit. Sorry. Let's have a look at what I'm doing. I'm not quite at that point, so I'm going to do one more, and now I'm going to do two together, just as I did on the other side, to pull that together, and now continue, because this is the other side. If you go, I'll just make that loop bigger, the side that we have just done. There we are. So we're kind of back here again. And if you look, this is slightly, now we need to start going across here with our single crochet US, double crochet in the UK, because we've gone all the way round with our half treble, half double. So we're now at this point. So instead of continuing with half trebles, we're just going to insert our hook and start doing our, oh, I made my loop too big there, forgot to collapse it back down again. We're just going to go in and start with, I have to position myself a bit better. There we are. That's because I'm zoomed so that you can see what I'm doing. Makes the actual space very small. So just go in each one now with our, I'm going to have to unzoom, I think. There we are. Each one with our UK double, US single crochet. It's just finishing off, making sure that it's the same width as the first part we did, the sides. Now we're going to do the front exactly the same way. However, there is a slight difference to how we carry on, because once we get to our strap, we have to end. But I'm going to just approach in my little V part at the front of, or the back of the bag, and have to do our decreases again. Do one more and then I'll decrease. Another decrease. And just go all the way until we get to our strap. It's not very far, so I won't pause the video. Almost there. Trying to see past my camera, so it's a little awkward, but getting there. Trouble is seeing past the camera. You don't always see when you're not in the center of the shot. So now I'm at my strap. I'm just going to slip stitch into there, into my first part of my strap, and I'm going to end off that yarn. I dropped my end, which I'm going to have to go find now. So this part is done. We've done this side at the front. It's now the same width. So what we need to do is reattach it to this part here and do the same, and then go all the way around our strap and do exactly the same this side as we did the other side. And then we'll have done our bag. Basically, we just need to do this side, go around this strap, exactly the same as before. So I don't think you need to see that, because you just need to repeat it exactly the same way as you did this side, and they will be identical. And once you've done that, you will have finished your bag. And so I'm going to start by attaching here, going all the way around in half trebles all the way around this strap till we get to this point, and then a double crochet UK or single US all the way around, and we'll have done, be finished. Just remember it's half trebles on the strap. So I'm going to pause the video and just get ready, and I will show you, but I'll probably do a lot of pausing because you've seen most of it already. But I'm just going to get a drink and I will come straight back. Okay, so here I am again. I've got my yarn at the ready, and I'm going to just do exactly all those steps that I've just done over the other side of my bag. I'm going to repeat them on this side. So half trebles in every stitch around. Where's my tail gone? There it is. Pull that. And then I'm going to work over that tail at the same time and just go in every single stitch around, making this side correspond with the other, and so it's all the same width. And then I will pause the video now, and I'll catch up with you when I get to the peak at the dip at the front of the bag or the back. So I'm now at that point again. So I'm just going to do 2 together as I did before. It's a bit stiff to get my hook in. And 2 together this side. Into the next one. Bringing those 2 together. And then I'm going to carry on all the way to the strap, just as I did on the other side. Nice and easy. Almost there. So it's pulled that together nicely there. Just need to pull some yarn out, and I don't. It's caught up. Because it's crinkly, it does kind of tangle easily if you pull too much out, which is a bit of a nuisance. So I'm almost at the strap. Do 1 normal one, and then I'm going to do 2 together again because I'm going at an angle now. So I need to go into this one and just do 2 together, and now I can go all the way along. I will pull some yarn out this time. All the way along the other side of my strap. So obviously it's this way round. This here is the chain, and this is the top of the stitches with the V's. So I'm going into the other side, the underside, going back into the chain the opposite way, and again 1 whole row of half treble or half double in the US all the way across my strap. Which will get a little tedious watching me do that, so I'm going to pause the video and I will see you on the other side of the strap in a moment. Okay, so I'm almost at this end. So what I'm going to do is on my last ones, I'm going to do 2 together just to get me up to my point, and now I'm going to slip stitch into, see if you can see, there's my first stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into the top of it like that, pull up, and now we can have a look. So we have gone all the way around just as we did before, and now we have to go all the way back just to the strap with a row of UK double crochet or US single crochet. I'm just pulling out some yarn. So now we're going to just go do 1 chain and keep going all the way around with a row like this of UK doubles or US single, just to get us to the same width of all the rest of our border. Oops, I didn't go through both on that one. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. I was thinking of zooming and I didn't go through the whole stitch. So there we are. Put that right. All the way along. And I'm almost at the very front where there's the dip. So there it is. So I'll do 1 more. And now because I'm here, I'm going to do my 2 decreases to pull that together. And now go all the way to meet my strap. Not very many more to go. Right, there I am. I'm almost there at my strap. I am at my strap, so I'm just going to slip stitch now into that first base stitch of the strap there, cut my yarn, nice long tail, and just end off with a little cinch stitch down like that. That's it, and now we're done. Here we are, and you've finished. You've got the front and the sides the same width of a border all the way around, and the strap's nice and wide. There's the comparison of the other strap done with the single US, double UK, or half treble in the UK, or half double in the US. I think I prefer this strap now because it's the same width as the edging. I think it looks a little bit better. What do you think? If you think that looks better, then let me know in the description box below whether you think it looks better with the smaller or the wider strap. But that's done. For those of you who don't want to don't want to line your bag, it's finished. All that you need to do now is sew in all the ends, tidy up any corner pieces that might need it, I'm sure I've got some that need to just have a little tack. There we are, there's one. Just tidy, a little tidy in the corners. And I'm going to go on and do a lining with one of those bags that I showed you earlier. I'm going to just chop it about and edge it so that I can line it. That way, whatever I put in this bag won't be poking through, because obviously it's a granny square bag, so things would poke through if you didn't do it. So all that I'm going to do now, though, for now, is sew in my ends and tidy it all up before I contemplate doing that, because it's now time to make dinner. So, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be informed when there are new videos. I've got a lot of things planned, so hit the notification bell, and you'll be informed. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye for now.